Hello. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jenny. Christina. Who else is here? Well, no, Jenny, just Jennifer. Hi, Christina. So, we're altering a chocolate bar. So, I had these little Lindt chocolate boxes, which I altered earlier on in the week by making them empty without chocolate. Da-da-da. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. No, just kidding. Just kidding. So I painted this with black chalk paint, so it's nice and matte. It does have a little few bits and pieces which we will touch up if they don't get covered by ribbon and stuff. Hi, Anne. So we're just going to decorate it. I am going to make a little heart-shaped journal, which I have the pages here. So I have used a heart-shaped die, and what did I do with it? I think I put it away. And let's see if I can find something that I can show you how I did it. Of course, all of these are intricate dies. Where are all the... So I'll show you roughly how I did it with these dies, because I don't want to get the big box out. So to make a page, you take your Hi, Pam. Second step, share the chocolate. No. No, Riley. I'm sorry, but there was no sharing. So you grab your plate. You put your paper down that you're cutting. You find the die that you just got out and cannot find. Here it is. So instead of putting it in here and cutting out squares, you just overlap it a little bit so that your paper is just inside the frame cut where it cuts. Tape it down, run it through the die cut. I did it with hearts, which were put on like so, the heart die. Run it through, and that gives you a page in any shape that you have a die. And then they all fit together as a little journal. Hey, Jenny, Thunder. Hi, Sandy. And this is roughly how it looks when you put it together. Same with any pages, you'll end up with some that don't quite fit. If like this one, just trim it off. Trim it off. Find your scissors. Look, we're not even 5 minutes in and I've already lost stuff. Where's my scissors? Man, I'm good. So good. I have no idea what I've done with my scissors. Let's just use the old ones. Pop them in. And and just trim off the ones that are sticking out a heap. So I used my nesting dies, and I just chose one that fitted without any touching the sides type thing. They've been pretty cool, haven't they? So here's my little journal, and I'm just going to stitch it together with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Really quite fine. I've cut out some cardboard hearts, which I am going to tape them with some fabric, and then I'm going to sew through into the cover. That's how the plan goes. So we need to make a little spine for that out of ribbon. Ribbon would be good. I think this might be a little thick and not wide enough. We have some thicker ribbon. Some thicker red ribbon would be good. Darn it. Back to the drawing board. Sticking. Okay. Here's some velvet ribbon. Christmas ribbon. God damn it, Christmas ribbon. Hi, Denise. All right, so of course I can't find my scissors. Just want to cut a little bit off here. And how big do we want it? We want it about there. Getting ready for work. Just going to pop the wire out. These have a wired edge. We don't need that. Okay. All right, so how big a gap we want. Glad your Monday is over. Wait. Accidentally removed your message. Nodded off with a hand on the phone. That's probably just me insulting you, so I've plenty more where that came from. Oh, not from me? Okay. Never mind. So I'm just going to leave a gap so that it has room to, so I've left a bit of a gap here. And yes, I will trim off the excess. So I'm leaving about half an inch. Half an inch. Once I've got the signatures in, I will signature in. Okay, it needs to be alrighty, let's sew it in. It's me, hello. Of course I'm going to go over the top. Find me a needle, find me a needle. Pin. Thick, nope, that's a pin. Are you serious? I don't have a needle, thin needle. Thick needle, thick needle, thick needle. Okay, this one will have to do. I am just going to use normal cotton doubled over. Okay, let's get stabby. Let's put a little clip on that. Di is going to have a lot of sparklies on her box. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am. Better believe it. Alright, this is just a little bit. Stabbing tool. Here's a stabbing tool. Precisely measured, as always. Because that's how I roll. Oh, that was a little large. Anyway, that's all good. So we want the ties to be on the outside. So we're going to go out, in, out. Okay, in through the top, out through the top, in through the bottom, put the tail on the needle. Put the tail on the needle. Oh, come on. Put the tail on the needle, Diane. Stop mucking around. Get in there. Get in the hole. Oh, it wouldn't be me if I didn't go over the top. You know how I am. Oh, for goodness sake. Had to be a little daggy bit hanging off there. Stopping the process. Put the tail through the needle. Okay, thank you for cooperating finally. And take both of them out through the middle. All right. Of course I've got a knot in it. Of course I have a knot in it. All right. Oh, that was dumb. That was very dumb. Put one strand over the other side of that. Pull it tight. And tie it off. Alrighty, there you go. There's our little journal. Cute. Put some beads or something on that in a moment. Not right now because I can't be bothered. So you can leave it plain or you can put some pockets. I've got a few little hearts from my heart kit that I'm going to stick in there. That's going to fit in there beautifully. Look at that. So cute. What happened? What's going on? What did I miss? I'm always frustrated. I talk my anger through. It's no good bottling up your anger. Get frustrated with something, talk it through. Alright, so here's my box. As I said, started off like this. I painted it with black chalk paint. It's got a few little chips, but we are going to bling it out. So nothing's going on here. I've got some fabric to go on the bottom of this. I just have to locate it. It's in my mind. I know where I've seen it. I just can't find it right now. Okay, so let's make it pretty. So I've got this. Aw, thanks. I'm just going to glue some ribbon down and might go one row of red and one row of gold, and then we'll do the top. That sounds like a plan, Jan. I think I'm going to start it in the little butt crease so that we can hide the seam. Jesus. Get over there. Bye so much, Glitter. Thanks for popping in. So quiet in here. There's no TV in the background. Hubby's back at work. My ears are ringing after 2 months of having him constantly here. It's like, man. And he's one of those people that cannot live quietly. He doesn't live quietly. He has to have the TV on even if he's not watching it, which drives me nuts. Okay. Hey, Glitter. Alrighty. Alrighty then. So, do I go? Well, I think I'll put 2 rows of this on and some of this bling chain through the center just for the side bits. So I gave this box a coat of black gesso first, and then I sponged the chalk paint on, so it has a little bit of texture. Only because there was the embossed writing on the cover, so I wanted to keep that texturized. Hi, Cat. When my husband worked away, and he would work away 29 days away, 27 days away, and 9 days at home. And I'd take myself out to the local RSL for roast dinner, and I wasn't ashamed of it. But I remember one day, I can't even remember what day it was. It wasn't Valentine's Day, but I took myself for a roast to the local RSL because they do the best roast beef ever. And the waitress put her hand on my shoulder and she said, "Oh, bless. Bless you for coming out on your own." So what? I'm good with it. She was funny. Thanks, Glitter. All right, so do we want to put this down the center? It's not going to really sit properly unless I put it up against the red. I suppose it will. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Won't sit flat. That's the problem with this stuff. Not leaning up against anything. It's hard to keep it sitting flat. Moved already. You booger. No, it's not going to sit straight. It's not going to sit straight. That's okay. That's okay. Of course, this is not going to come out in one piece either. This is going to be too big, is it? I might have to take off the little... No, can't do that either. Okay, that's not going to work. Have we got a thinner gold? Wait a moment. Nope. Think about what you're trying to do to me, I said. Maybe I can use the gold trim, but not in the center. I can just lean it up against the red trim on both sides. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, you could probably find new supplies in my stash for the next 20 years. It's that bad. Oh, good. It's that good. These bling trims are left over from when I did Christmas ornaments. I used to do some really, really elegant, embellished Christmas ornaments. Maybe I'll do them again one day when I'm not so anti-Christmas. I don't have a lot left from the craft store. I sold all of the new stuff because I actually reopened the shop 7 months later, but because because they'd taken so long I'd restocked so long to fix the building, I ran out of money. And even though we restocked and reopened, people had found other places to shop in that 7 months, and it was really hard to get the clientele back, and we just ended up going broke. So I sold all this stock to the previous owner, who opened the shop again and then went broke. So yeah. So I didn't have a lot of stock. I already had a lot of stock at home from the craft lessons I did at home and the jewelry making and all the other crafts I had. So I did not have a lot of stock to spend. To use and bring home. Only what I really already had. So this is just my own collection over the years of thrift store and garage sales and all that sort of stuff. Collecting for many, 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 many years. Okay. It's very easy to end up with a lot of stuff, and I ended up with so much stuff. One, because I taught classes at home and you have to have multiple of things. And I think I might start doing classes at home again. I really quite miss teaching one-on-one, or 1-on-10, whatever, how many people we had in class. I really quite miss it, and I have a lot of stock to make up, and I think I could make up lots of kits to make things like cards and boxes and journals and notebooks and that sort of thing. Have more classes. Try and get rid of some stuff. Come on over. It's accommodation included in your class. I'd love to host a retreat. I think that would be really cool. Probably wouldn't get many people, but coming all the way to Australia. I think I might need new cutters. Them ones ain't cutting the mustard or the bling. Okay, that's okay. Cute. Alrighty, alrighty. Yeah, I've just let my passport lapse because these broke and we are never going to afford to travel overseas again. So let's do a bit of a layout. Let's see how we're going to do this. We might need some black, not just red. Let me see. It's a big bath. It's got a queen size bed in it, and a big sofa, and a big shower. Don't like the flowers. I don't like that heart. Hearts. Hearts, 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 hearts. Where's my hearts? I've got a jar of hearts somewhere. Jar of hearts. Leaves, owls. Nope. Nope. No. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Don't touch the camera. Somewhere I have a heart, a beautiful big heart. I have a dog laying right in the middle of the doorway and I can't get through. No, you are too Too green. Too green. Where are my hearts? Hearts. Hearts. Maybe I just need to put a paper heart on there. Yeah, Molly, get out of the way. Molly can't hear. She can't hear me say get out of the way, let alone you say get out of the way. I hate fussy cutting. I hate fussy cutting. How long are we meant to go for, Michelle? Because I can see this taking a while. Oops. Where's the stickles? Trying to evolve past using stickles all the time. I think I'm going to cut some leaves out of copper if I can find my copper. It's the traveling crafter. Hello. Have I mentioned that I hate fussy cutting at all, ever? I want my superpower to be laser eyes that can just look at something and it falls into being fussy cutted onto my table without burning it, of course. Thunder. Hello. So I'm in mega clean out mode at the moment. I did my wardrobe on the weekend. Man, I've got a lot of clothes. Not anymore. Threw a lot of clothes out. Also have a lot of clothes for sale because they cost a lot of money. And yesterday I did the pantry. Whoa. I was pretty amazed. There wasn't a lot of stuff that was out of date. Only a few. There was some flour that was hidden in the back of the cupboard that was 2 years out of date, and there was some homemade stuff that was a little bit too too out of date like tomato pickles, but you know, they'd started to go a bit black. So I was quite surprised. And when I get off here, I've got to go and do small grocery shop, and then I'm going to clean out my linen cupboard, because when the kids were up here just after Christmas, I had out in the pool, and all of my beach towels are all just about threadbare, so it's time to take them down to the animal shelter and get some new ones. Hey Terry, Vale, did I say hello to you already? I can't remember. So that's why you haven't seen me around the traps for the last few days, because I'm in cleaning mode. It doesn't happen very often, so I'm running with it. I even dusted my balls. I've got a big banana boat rattan. It's a fruit and veg bowl. It's about 2 foot long, but it's full of all glass balls, glass and china balls. Yeah, they're pretty dusty. They were pretty dusty, so I thought, oh, I better do that. So I dusted those. I also have a very, very large collection of blue glass. And that also needs to be dusted, but that's another Diane day. Is this stuff going to stick? This stuff never sticks. I don't know why I keep getting it out. Don't know why I bought it. It drives me insane. It never sticks to anything. It's like a elastic, but it's like really fine. Really fine Chinese box ribbon. You remember when you made the Chinese fold, the box ribbons years and years ago when we were kids? Just kept folding. That's what this chain is like, and it's a pain in the backside. And I keep getting it out because I think, oh, that's pretty. And then I try to use it, and it's like, oh, that's annoying. It's very cute. It is from Etsy somewhere. I knew I should have. So I have a grungy heart kit, which I'm going to show you right now. I can get it out of the box. I have a grungy heart kit on my Etsy that looks like this. Oh. It looks blurry like this, okay? And it comes in red, blue, green, purple. Red, blue, green, purple, and can't remember, but It's a kit of about 30 pages of hearts, all different colours. On my Etsy, if you're interested. This one is from, I think it could be Cheryl Francis. Don't quote me on that. Could be her hearts. Which glue? Focus. Which glue? Which glue from Temu? Oh, you mean the one from Kmart? No. Okay. Need some copper wire. Oh, the glossy accent stuff. Too late to change my mind now. It's too late. My stuff only gets a few minutes of grace time where it should work. And if it doesn't work, it's either in the bin or it's put away for another attempt. I have no patience for that crap. All right, I've got a few strands of really thin electrical wire that I stole from my husband's rewire on the hot rod. We may or may not have breaks. No, just kidding. These are the scraps. I didn't take any that was useful. Hi, Carrie. Here's some copper. Found it. Oops. Okay. Twist. Yeah, that's the nature of glossy accents. That's how it works. Always gets clogged. All glues get clogged. Molly, what are you doing? Get on there. Okay. Okay. Let's stick this on. Which one did I do? Run out of fingers. Can someone come and hold this one for me, please? Get down. Get down. Molly, that's not the doorway, honey. That's the closet. Hang on. Hang on. Disoriented dog. This way, baby. This way. Good girl. Right. Hang on. Right. Goodness, girl. Every time you think, it's time to let her go, she peps up and starts jumping around again like a puppy, and it's like, okay, reassess. Today she's restless. Yesterday she walked down to the rubbish bins with me and ran like she skipped a few times because, she has to lift that leg every now and then. She actually ran back. I was like, whoa, slow down, old girl. Hey, Casey. Did I miss Casey coming in? I didn't see him come in. Thanks, Sandy. She's a good old dog. She's 17 in March, so next month she'll be 17. She's had a good life. She's still having a good life. Oh, okay. There's a misdirection. I was going to say, I didn't see him come in. No, Casey. How dare he not come to my live? Rude. Ruder. So this is embossed copper foil sheets. And then they've been inked to make them look grungy. Lydia. Probably early in the morning. Early. No excuses, Julie, no excuses. All these other ladies are here, have made it. I'm just kidding, you know that. Sort of. One more. I've got to go to the thrift store tomorrow and drop off 3 bags of clothes and shoes and kitchen plasticware and hopefully not come home with anything. They used to send me a message every time they'd get a big craft haul in from a deceased estate or something. And I've asked them to stop doing that. I don't need anything else. Every now and then, the boss will leave a message that just says, "Are you sure?" with a question mark. And then I know that they've got craft things there. And it's, damn it. Nope, I'm not going. I'm not going. And I've been really good the last few times she's done that to me. Hey, Cheryl. All right. That looks all right. Stuck to my thumb. Why are you sticking up? Sit down. It is looking pretty clear. Stop tipping over. Goodness. It's like peanut butter on toast. It'll just fall upside down every time you drop it. Why? Fall up the right way. All right, I need some. Do I have any copper balls? Copper micro ball beads. Let's have a look. Silver ball beads, bezels, bales, quips. Nope. What's here? Gemstones. Balls. These are my balls. Down my balls. Stop looking. You mean one of these? It's still in its packet. I do need to get it out of its packet. Yes, ma'am. Copper. Oh, these are cute. They will do nicely. Too big. Tiny ones. Beautiful. Yes, Julie, I do need to use one of those. Let's get it out now. Shall we? Goodness. Alrighty. Need some more wire. And I need to twist said wire. This is not the plan that I had in my head. There was no wire and metal involved. There was all just bling. I was just going to bling it out, but you know, plans change in my head all the time. Okay. I was going to get my Dremel out this morning. This would have been twisted in 3 seconds flat. Yeah, probably wanted to fiddle. Probably. Okay, let's stick some beads on here. There's the hole. Thanks, Val. Thank you, Jennifer. I think the calling is back to mixed media. I think I'm getting bored with the paper stuff. A little bored. Hey, gorgeous girl, what are you doing? Licking your butt. Awesome. Thank you for that. I'm impressed you can still reach your butt. I haven't even reached for the stickles yet. Say it's going to come. There is going to be stickles on here. But I am doing what gives me. I have to keep going back to what gives me joy, because the old black dog rears its head every now and then, and I don't like being in that place. And I think most of the crafting community has I know it's generalizing, but they either have a depression or a chronic disease that leads to depression, and crafting is a joyful place to be. Arting, crafting. Mandrels. Do you know what I did with my mandrels? I need a very fine one to coil some wire. No, darling, I am not going out to get you a snack. Please stay right where you are. Let's just use the poker tool, Diane. Is that too thick? Yes. That one is too thick. What have we got in here? Nothing thin enough. Pen. No. No, it's too thick too. Oh my God, this room. Every time I make something different, it ends up like a bomb's hit. Mandrels. Mandrels. Here's one I prepared earlier. this would be a fine, what is that crochet knit stuff? I can't remember what it's called now, where you crochet along the line and then you come in with another one, crochet hook and knit it off, and it's all weird stuff. Never did get it, but it makes a good mandrel. Hi, Jean. I'm sorry. I hope watching us brings you some joy. Stay. Stop moving. What word? What word have I said many times? Joy? Mandrel? A mandrel. A mandrel. It's MANDRIL? AL? Mandrel. EL. EL. It's something that jewelers use to wrap wire around, to shape wire. It's a shaping tool. Is that what the word was you were not understanding? Mandrel. That's it. That's it. Okay, so I want to fold this in half. Twist this coil around with it. It's called a stick, pretty much. Pretty much a stick. Yes, ma'am. All right. Don't throw the glue out, just put it in a different bottle, one of these bottles I told you about from the cheapy shop. Don't blame the glue for the manufacturer's ineptness of putting it in a bottle that lets the glue come out easily. Okay, gel media. No, glossy accents will do. That's it, Tunisian crochet. That's the one. I tried to teach myself that, got very frustrated. I love the way it looks too. One day, I just have a really bad habit of not watching a video right through to the end and expecting to be able to make it perfectly. And when I don't make it perfectly, it's like, no, it doesn't work. doesn't work. I'm not doing it anymore. So I've made this little copper thing with some little copper beads on it and some foil coils and twists, and I'm going to stick it in some glossy accents. All right, let's use this fancy pickup tool. See if it will. Oh, look at that. They even put it down the right place. Who knew? Get off. Fancy picky. Well, it's been sitting in my little cup holder thing over there for many, many months, and Julie just reminded me that I should have one, and I went, oh, actually, I do. All right, let's just make a little whirligig of copper, 2 of those. This time we will use a bigger wrappy roundy thingy. Maybe a marker? No, that's too big. Too big. Oh, look, I have 2 fancy picker-upper thingies I didn't even know I had. This is a sparkly one. I'm using that one. See ya. You can go back. This is my new fancy picker-uppery thing. Mandrel. I need another mandrel that's a little bit thicker. Now I can use those pen inserts. A little paintbrush. That would be fabulous. So we have a coil, and now we're going to pinch those coils. Beautiful. rid of these sharp edges. Bougie. That's what Michelle's bees were for. Bougie biatch. She was playing with yesterday. You stick there. One more. God, I need new glasses. Need new glasses. Okay, pinch the coils. Pinch the coils. Cool. Fine, don't work then. See if I care. Listen here, just behave yourself. Alrighty, that's cute. Got to put some bling around the outside. Not sure which bling yet. It's got to have bling. Here's what it looks like. How cool is that? Cute. All right, bling. We need some bling. I don't think we're going to use the roses because they're just not blingy enough. I don't think we need a whole. Do we need this? No, we don't. Do we need more of this? Yes, I think we do. Don't twist. Don't twist. Get down there. Don't twist. Thank you, ladies. I think when I finally get the Christmas stuff out, we might do a Christmas ornament exchange, not chunky, flat Christmas ornaments. That'll be nice. They don't have to be as bougie as this one. Just roll with it, Cheryl. Just roll with it, okay? It's very hard to dump you all into one category, so just roll with it. Snips. Awesome. Awesome. It'll probably have to be like an October project to be able to get to overseas people in time. All right, you're cute. Liking you, liking you. I think this needs a ball on the end of it. Where's my fancy pickup stick? Beautiful. Just need the ball. Fancy. And do we want 3 of these down here? Yes, we do. And we'll go black stickles around these ones. Bye, Jenny. Thanks for coming in. All righty. Let's get the black stickles out. Hey, sweetheart. No, it's not snack time. Nope, don't run. You'll bang into things just like that. Silly girl. Okay, let's let that dry for a second. Oh, my black stickles is very thick and gloopy. Hey, Maddie. Does it need anything else? Or is that enough? Is it enough? I think it's enough. I'm going to go around here when this is dry, which won't be too long. It's fabulous. Thank you, Marty. Fabulous. All right, we might put that aside and finish that off in a moment. And let's finish off the journal part of it. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me. Probably shouldn't have let that dry on there. It's pretty. All right, put this over here to dry and find the journal. Here it is. Oh, for goodness sake. All right, where are my beading needles? They are in here somewhere. Beading needle. These are for people who can't see to thread a needle. I can't even open it now. Oh, come on. So they have the big wide top to bottom eye in there, so you can just stick your cotton thread through. And stick some beads on there. Now I want a red one on the end. I think a nice cloison bead would be pretty. Do we have a little cloison bead? Are they all big? There's a little red one. That's cute. Might need a little red crystal. Yes, it's got a journal. Got a little journal. Faceted base doors, that's what we want. And we might need that. Little red crystals. And some little gold faceted crystals. And some, no, let's take the gold ones back. Put the little bronzy coppery ones in. All right. Do we want that at the top? No, we want that at the bottom. Take it off. And find the hole to take it off. All right. Let's go the little balls. Let's fling them across the room first because that's how we do things around here. Don't be ridiculous, Julie. I haven't got a floor at the moment, so there's no way knowing that the beads are going to go all over the floor. It's non-existent. You need to be clipped together to stop annoying me. I think I've been cleaning my house, like my wardrobe and the pantry and the plastics cupboard and the boat full of balls and all that sort of stuff to avoid actually coming in here and picking stuff up off the floor and putting it away. Because I know that I have wrecked my lace straws and I need to roll everything back onto the cards because it's just a rat's nest in there at the moment. Get in the hole. I want the pointy one. Find the hole, Diane. Find the hole. There's the hole. But now that I've started cleaning up the rest of the house, I noticed how bad the rest of it is. So now I have to clean it. I have to dust. I have to get rid of hundreds of books that are just sitting there collecting dust and never being used. That includes my husband's huge collection of car books. He needs to pick out 10 favourites, and that's what we're keeping, and the rest are going. Same with me. I've got to pick out my 10 favourite recipe books because I love recipe books, even though I Google most of the recipes. What is wrong with me? Something drastically wrong with me, I'm sure of it. Alrighty. I think we need to go through this bead. Okay. Wait, what did I miss? Smarty 2.0? Okay. That's not meant to happen. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just love recipe books. I love the feel of recipe books. Yeah. I have a box, a tin with recipe cards in it that I put all of my favorite one or two recipes from all of those books into that box. And I still can't get myself to throw the actual book away. Like, take it to the thrift store, let somebody else enjoy it. Because you never use all the recipes in the book. Okay, there's a little dangle. This still needs bling on it on the front. I think this is where we'll use this trim here. Nope. Nope. Yep. I need the glossy accents. I need the glossy accents. Well, shoot. That glue doesn't work on fabric. So it's out with the Anko fabric glue. Do not get it on your fingers. Do not get it on your fingers. Do not get it on your fingers. Come out. Why is it not? Oops. Oopsie. Too much glue. Do not get it on your fingers. Do not get it on your fingers. All right, you're cute. You're cute. Let's put all this bling into this other chocolate box before we lose it all. No, 2026 is my year that I'm trying to tone the language down a bit. I'm always going to swear, but I don't have to enhance every sentence with the F-bomb. I don't have to. I just don't have to. Wow. Beads. Hey, Ellie. How you going? I will put these back in their rightful places later when I'm cleaning up this disaster zone. Alrighty. Balls. Alright, you're away for now. Oh, there's There's always one bit that has to stay out. One bit, always. All right, how's the box looking? Box is looking fabulous. Let's put some black stickles around it while they dry, and then we'll put a little pocket in the inside of this and put some little hearts every now and then on that little journal, and it will be done. Why can't I see what I'm doing? Wow. Yep, you're on your own. You're out there. You can do it, Ali. You can do it. Don't like this black. What can I do about it? I think it needs to be gold. Can I pull it off without making too much of a mess? Possibly not. Look, the whole thing's going to come off. Even the paint's coming off. Now I'm going to have to repaint it. Damn it. Damn it. Lucky I've got this little paintbrush here that I used as a mandrel, and I can slap some paint on it. Hi, Cal. All right, let's glue you back on with this glue. And wait for it to dry yet again. How are these going? No, they're still wet. Let's fussy cut some little hearts out of paper that I can't find now. Here it is. Need little hearts. Little hearts. Alrighty, let's fussy cut some of these hearts. So again, if you want these grungy hearts, they're in my Ko-fi shop. Ko-fi coffee, Ko-fi, Kung Fu. Using your wire cutting scissors for cutting cardboard's probably not a good idea. But I can't find my scissors. Can't find my gold scissors. Where's my gold scissors gone? No, that's my blue scissors. And that's why we couldn't find them earlier, could we? Totally craft blocked. Well, that's not good. What do you need inspo for? It's not like you to be craft blocked, Cal. This will make a good pocket for a little heart tag. Well, when I run out of inspiration, I clean my craft space. Well, I start to clean my craft space, and then during that process of cleaning, you find little bits of inspiration in, oh, I forgot I had that. And, oh, isn't that cute? And within probably an hour of starting to clean, you're ready to start making something because you have found, and usually grab a drawer that you very rarely go into or a box or something like that. And then you're going to find stuff that you forgot you had. That's where usually inspiration will come from. And cleaning never ever gets finished because you found inspiration and you need to make something. So is that because you have too much stuff and not enough storage? It's time to let some things go like I am. Man, am I letting some things go. Actually took photos yesterday afternoon of all my stained glass with the intention of putting it up for sale because I'm not going to make stained glass windows anymore. It's just not ever going to happen. So I have to let it go. It's very hard to let it go. Because it's stained glass. And I have some beautiful vintage pieces out of Queenslander windows that you can't buy anymore because they don't make it anymore. Especially the textured stuff. This would make a good pocket too. Alright, fussy cut and done. My bin is so full that I'm not even putting stuff in my bin anymore. I'm just throwing it on the floor next to it. That's right now. I may need a copper heart too because we have a copper leaves on the front. So let's do a grungy copper heart. Hey, Cranky. Well, that's very uneven. That'll do. One copper heart. Yeah, that's where I was at with the felting too. It's hurting my hands too much to wet felt, my wrists and my fingers. That's why I wanted to do the stabby felting. See if that was better on my hands, and it is. It's a different grip to a crocheting needle or it's a felting piece. So put the beading needles away, Diane. Put them away. Put the copper away. Don't need that anymore. This needs to go back in the box. The box of hearts. This copper needs to go back in my copper bag before I lose an eye. That's not copper. Copper. If I don't put it away now, I'm going to end up with it in my foot. So I need to put it away in the copper bag. Hi, Cynthia. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, no. Julie, you don't need to use foam. You can use a piece of wool felt underlay. You know, the wool underlay that you have under carpet, or just double up a piece of that and felt into that. Just got to pull it up every now and then. Look at me giving advice on needle felting, who's been doing it for a week. I've been doing lots of study and listening to people, so. Where's my inking blending thingy tool? So I bought a cheap wool ironing pad. It was about, I don't know, 1.5 feet by 10 inches or something. I'd cut it in half and stuck it together. It's in the other room drying, so I can't go and grab it at the moment. And I used fabric glue, so it shouldn't be crunchy when I stab stuff into it. That's the plan, Jan. Oh, that's a good idea too. I don't think I've got any big pieces of burlap left anymore. I made a whole heap of shopping bags, and I'll show you my felted shopping bags. They're pretty cool. That I can show you because it's hanging on the door just here. These are my little burlap canvasy. I don't know what this fabric's called. It's like burlap, but it's prettier. And some scrap fabric from a pair of overalls. And then I just layered up scrap fabrics and roving and curls and wool and stuff, and free motion sewed on top of it. And then I sewed them together and made little shopping bags. So that's my homemade shopping bags, but it was a prototype. I've since made it so that they're gusseted all the way around, so they hold more groceries. So this one just hangs on the door handle as an ornament. Thank you. I am inking with Tattered Rose, and that's not the colour I was going for because I'm using my brown ink pad thingy. Oh well. I was wondering why I wasn't going very dark. It is a cute bag, and I gifted them as Christmas presents, the gusseted ones, with some soap savers. So I got the little mesh bags. I bought some homemade soaps, and I got these little mesh bags with the pull cords on it, the parachute cord things, and I sewed them to a microfiber cloth so that the bag was on the inside, and you put your soap ends in there as you're going along and pull the cord, and then you can just use it to wash yourself in the shower, and you don't have to waste all those little bits of soap. If you're like me and don't like all the perfume soaps, they just set my skin off, so I use goat's milk soap. And it's quite expensive, and you don't like to waste those little bits that you get down to that keep falling out of your hand, so you stick them in the bag. Must make some more of those this year because everybody loved them. Is this stuck on? Why is this not sticking? Well, I'm going to have to use gel medium, I think, because that's Glossy Accents, fabric glue, nothing's sticking, so we'll come back to that. Okay, pocket. Alright, let's make a little taggy tag out of this. That's curious. What's curious, Julie? What is curious? That is not straight. That is not straight at all. Oh, that's going to be way too big. Let's just make little tags. Yes, things not sticking. Yes, I have to do gel medium. I'll wait till I'm finished. It can be a tuck spot. These hearts are my digitals, yes. They're called Grungy Hearts, and there's about 30 pages, and they're red, purple, green, blue, yellow or orange, I think, hearts in the kit. Wow. Now you need to go that way, and that's a tuck spot. I don't like that one. Need some more hearts. Here's some here. I've got a headache. I've had a headache for about 3 days now. I think I need to go get my eyes checked. I think this little flower needs to come out as well because it's cute. Two boxes of chocolates. Absolutely. There was only 6 chocolates in each of them. And I altered both of them by eating the chocolates. But, Michelle, being the taskmaster that she is, said that wasn't good enough and I had to actually decorate one. She didn't really, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Absolutely, for the sake of crafting. Why else would you eat, 2 mini boxes of chocolates? If not for art's sake. Hi, dude. How you doing? We're on the home stretch. We're on the home stretch. Just got to figure out these blings on the front of this book and figure out why they're not sticking. Might have to use hot glue gun, maybe. I'll try the gel medium and let it sit for a while, and if that doesn't work, I'll hot glue them on there. Teeny tiny little hearts. Beautiful. All right, need something on the back. What are we going to put on the back? Let's put one of these hearts on the back. Got a small one. Hopefully I've got some. Do I have small ones of these? Dinner, secret. Didn't I see you crying? Oh, that's a cute one. That'll do. Welcome back, Tumblr. Nearly done. Here a bag of other hearts. They were a bit bigger. I need something a little bit bigger. That one. That's a cute one. Let's use that one. Sing it to me, Maddie. I think we'll edit that bit out because I don't want to fussy cut it. Let's Night, Maddie. Thanks for coming and singing to me. Not being serenaded. Maddie, 2 days, IE. So none of the ones you said, Marty. You are in stalker mode, Tunda. I've been doing a lot of that lately, just listening and enjoying without getting involved. Because sometimes it can be a little bit much. Beautiful. I think this needs to be inked. Swap the lid. Stampin' Up glue. What's Stampin' Up glue? I don't know what Stampin' Up glue is. Is it a glue that you buy from Stampin' Up? That's a stupid looking tag. Yeah, that's usually where I watch you from, Tunda. It's okay. Because yours is usually 4 o'clock in the morning for me. All right, let's glue this one in the back, just as is. Oh, like the art glitter glue thing. Yeah, I don't like those bottles. They clog up. They clog up. Sometimes I decant them into these little ones here. So I'll have a little bottle for fine work, and then it gets put into these ones for, bigger work. But yeah, I've lost my little fine. I have a feeling that my granddaughter has stolen it. All right, that's cute enough. Cute enough. Let's find the matte medium, gel medium. Let's see if we can. This is such a big hole. Such a big hole. I've tried putting this into smaller bottles to decant it as well, but it gets stuck very easily. All right, let's try this gel medium. Oop, don't you. If this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. Cover it with lace? Possibly. Where'd the other one go? Who stole the other one? Here it is. Stop looking. Alright, this is my last resort. Gel medium. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get that done. I haven't found the felt. Where's my felt? I had a feeling that I couldn't find my felt. I'm so funny. No, don't get up. It's not time to go to the snack bar yet. Stay where you are, young lady. Somewhere is some felt. Oh. Glitter felt. We don't want glitter felt. We just want felt. Anyway, when I find it, I'll take photos of it. I've got a piece of felt to go on the bottom. We're going to leave this out to dry. Here's my lid. Hold on. Isn't it cute? Let's get a close up. If I can find my remote control under this pile of stuff. Okay. Autofocus off. So here's the lid with the bling and the trim. And the copper beads, and the copper wire. Dun, 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 dun. Empty. It will have said journal inside here, without the clip, of course. Fits beautifully. Chuck a couple of chocolates in there and give it to myself. I'll give it to my husband to give it to me. How's that? That sounds like a plan, Jam. Alrighty, so that's it. I'm done. I have altered my chocolate box. Altered my waistline by eating the chocolate contents of the chocolate box. Woo-hoo. Yep, Pam's up tomorrow. Then I can't remember. Go to Michelle's. She'll give you the playlist. Hang on. Wait 1 minute while I get YouTube open. Make you a mod and you can share. Just 1 moment. I don't usually have 2 things open here because it freezes. YouTube. Me. So slow. Me. Here I am. And I'm live. Shh. Wait for the chat to come up. So slow. And find Michelle. Add as moderator. All right. You are now a moderator. Now you can share the link to the playlist. Hi, Karen. I was watching in the background while I was prepping for this live. Oop, blurry. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so there's my little heart journal. Oh, I think the gel medium might be working. Little journal. Little bling. It's got a cloisonne bead and some Swarovski crystals and some copper beads. So the brown ones are Swarovski and the red ones are just glass, faceted glass. Again, the lid with copper swirls, copper leaves, copper beads, some bling, some more bling, trim and bling. Alrighty. That's it for me. I'm done. There's the box. I won't put it away until those have dried. All right, I'm going for lunch, and I'll see you over at Juju's probably. I'll be in the background because I'm still cleaning, so. But I'll be watching. Thanks everyone for coming along. Don't forget to have a look at the other contributors to the Altered Box saga. Thanks, Michelle, for inviting me, and we'll catch us all later. Love yous. Bye for now.